Hi everyone, I'm Rob and I'm from the Geelong Jail Museum in Geelong, Victoria, Australia. And today I wanted to show you one of our death masks here on display. Now death masks are fantastic, I absolutely love them. They're a plaster cast made of a criminal's head after they were executed. And the idea of making a cast of their head is to determine if the shape of your face, the bone structure of your skull, where your eyes are placed and your ears would actually determine if you're a criminal or not. Fascinating. It's the science of phonology, the science that we don't really think of much today. But in the 1800s, it was a huge thing. And it's interesting to think that the authorities could try and actually blame a crime on you just by the way that you looked to determine if you're a criminal or not. And they do say, if you have a lump behind your left ear, you're actually more likely to kill someone in your life. Absolutely love it. Now this death mask here in our collection is actually of an infamous bushranger by the name of Mad Dog Morgan. He's a bushranger from northeast Victoria, southern New South Wales. Not a particularly nice guy, but you can see by his black eye that the police really went to town on him just before he died. Now in Victoria, we had 187 executions, and 5 of them were ladies. And most of the people executed in Victoria had a death mask made. Now it's interesting as like how they actually made them. The death masks are made out of plaster, and it's a bit of conjecture of how they were made. After an execution, after you're dead, and you're lowered down from the gallows, some believe you were put in a chair, and they actually made the plaster cast while you're actually sitting dead in the chair. Others believe that your head was actually removed and they made a plaster cast of your decapitated head. Now we don't know for 100%, records in the way they made death masks are quite hard to find. But we do know that a lot of the bodies that have been exhumed from the jails around Victoria now show evidence that their heads had actually been cut from their spine. Interesting. But what we don't know, and this is really quite interesting, is like all the men that were executed and had death masks made had their hair shaved. So you can see Mad Dog Morgan here. His beard and his hair has been removed. But what is interesting is with the 5 death masks of the ladies in Victoria, they all had hair. Their hair wasn't removed. So that's an interesting bit of history that there's no documentation to explain why. But today, I just wanted to show you this because I find death masks amazing. And it's just amazing that so long after an execution, like Mad Dog Morgan in 1865, that his head, his face actually still exists. A tangible part, a connection to our funky history. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to share this with you. Thank you so much, wacko. I just love this funky history. If you are in Geelong, drop down, say g'day, because we just love sharing funky history here in Geelong.